What's up, you guys? Welcome to Aftershock. I'm Aaron, and today we're going to be doing two of the biggest reviews, hands down, of the year. This video review is going to be WWE NXT TakeOver Dallas, and the very next one will be WrestleMania. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. NXT TakeOver Dallas, obviously in Dallas, Texas. Opening matchup was for the NXT Tag Team titles. It was the Revival defending against American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. I love Gable's fluid style, always have, and he's just setting the bar for that collegiate style wrestling, that Kurt Angle type of wrestler. So he's definitely very getting that intensity out there. Him and Jason Jordan both, I have to say. They're so much in sync. To me, it's like these guys have to be brothers. How aren't they blood relatives? Dash and Dawson. Excuse me, guys. Dash and Dawson did botch their finisher, though. It was kind of funny. It wasn't too bad of a botch, but it was a minor botch, and I did catch it. There was a lot of near falls in this match. But in the end, American Alpha finally got the tag team titles via the tossing belly to back suplex, their finisher. That's a really awesome finisher, by the way. After a long series of back and forth near falls from both teams. So I'm glad to see American Alpha finally get their NXT Tag Championships. Match was about a 7 of 10 stars for me. We had Jim Ross and Kota Ibushi sitting ringside. As we go into our next match, Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived. Technically, it's not his debut, but it is technically his debut match. It's his first match in the WWE, first match in NXT. Corbin's entrance jacket was sick. He had a kind of like the skulls on the shoulders. It was really cool. It was a slow starting match. It was Corbin's power game going strong in the beginning of the match. Austin Aries did hit some of his high-flying moves that he has in his arsenal, and he picked up the win via he reversed the end of days and rolled him up, which is not the best way in the world to win your debut match, but it's an effective win nonetheless. 6 of 10 stars for me. It wasn't the best match on the card, but it was a decent match nonetheless. Next match, we had another debut, a much anticipated debut. It was Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Like I just said, it was Nakamura's debut, and it was just, it's going to live up to the hype, and there's so much hype. So I always like the strong style. The hard elbows, the hard knees, the punches, just the stiff, strong style. I like it. The massive forearm trade-off in the middle of the ring was awesome. Pow, 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 pow. It was really cool. Really intense. Nakamura hit a sick flying armbar. And I know Asuka does it, but Nakamura just made it look so fluid and so just crisp. So it was a really cool move to see. I liked the finisher, signature, reversal trades they done at the towards the end of the match. Nakamura actually got the win in his debut via the Kinshasa. It's a knee, but it's kind of a capoeira knee. It's really cool. Post-match, the men shake hands in respect. That's always good to see. It was actually probably one of the best matches on the card. I gave it an 8 of 10 stars. Really exciting match. Really good match. Next, we had Scott Hall and X-Pac sitting ringside. They acknowledged the legends. They acknowledged the clique. Next match was for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Bayley defending against Asuka, and I've said this since I've first seen her first match. Asuka needs to have that women's title. Bayley's Hurricane Rana through the bottom rope was really cool. She jumped from the inside of the ring to the outside and hit a Hurricane Rana. That was really cool. A lot of technical wrestling and submissions we've seen in this match. Asuka actually wins via the chicken wing or the Asuka lock via knockout. Not via tap out or submission, but via knockout, which is kind of a little bit different. We don't see that very too often, so This leads me to thinking maybe tonight on Monday we'll see Bayley make her main roster debut on Raw tonight. So since she dropped the title, I'm definitely looking for Bayley to come up. About a 7 of 10 star match for me. It was a really good match. Next, they actually acknowledged Bobby Roode sitting ringside. They never really acknowledge guys that are. But Bobby Roode, his contract is up, so you never know what could happen there. I would like to see Bobby Roode in NXT. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world today to me. But I mean, he's a TNA guy, and TNA's my company. It's sad to see him go, but if he ends up signing with NXT, that will be really great for him. And I can't. In my heart, I want him to be a TNA guy for the rest of his life, but I cannot down him for signing with the main company, with the end-all company, and bettering his career. I can't say a bad thing about it. So we'll see how it plays out and what happens there. The next match was the main event for the evening for the NXT title, Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Joe was bloody early, really bloody. Nakamura also bled in his match from his mouth and his nose. But no more blood in WWE, huh? You can't help it sometimes, guys. Because whether or not anybody wants to believe it, yes, they do the blades, or they used to, but you can get hurt, you can get sliced open legitimately in a match. Sometimes you can't help it. The officials and the meds cleaned the blood off of Joe and glue him back up, so he's good to go for the rest of the match. It ended up being a really good match. I liked the finisher reversals again in this match. It was going back to the Nakamura Zayn match. It was kind of like that, but they're two different style wrestlers than the two before. So it was some finisher reversals, but it was definitely a little different than the other match. Balor retains the NXT title via he reversed the coquina clutch and ran up the ropes and rolled him up through his back. I've seen that in the Kurt Angle Undertaker match, kind of like that. But nonetheless, it was a really good match, a really good overall event. So I have to say it's about a 7 or 8 of 10 for me. Definitely sets the mood for WrestleMania weekend for the big time, the big event. Everybody's waiting. So that will be my next video, you guys. I have to actually go back, and I forgot to take the notes as I was originally watching, so I actually have to go back, watch some highlights, watch the match card line up the way it's supposed to be. I actually have to get my notes in line, but there will be a WrestleMania review either out today or tomorrow, so keep looking. If you guys enjoyed this review, any of my videos, throw a super kick party on that like button, that subscribe button for me. Share it to your Facebook, Twitter, anything else, so maybe another wrestling fan can see. You guys stay safe. Peace out. Happy Mania.